Warm summer greetings, my fellow earthlings. And my name is Jenny King. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, an aromatherapist, and a teacher. And in today's short video, I would like to share with you lavender two ways. So lavender hydrosol and a lavender essential oil with an aroma point therapy style treatment. So let's get started, shall we? And what we're going to start with is our lavender hydrosol. And if you're not aware of hydrosols are the waters left over from the distillation process. So the oil gets separated out, and then what's left is the water, the aromatic waters. And they have a lot of the same properties as the essential oil. Obviously, they're still part of that plant medicine, and they're just a different form of it. And they're gaining in popularity, and I love lavender hydrosol, the waters, and I leave it in the fridge. You want to leave hydrosols in the fridge just so they don't go bad. And you leave it in the fridge so it's nice and cool. And we're in summertime, and summertime is hot. And hot is our, we need hot fire, we need connection, we need that passion, we need that creative spark, we need the movement that fire and summer and sun brings. But it has to be balanced with something cooling, and we have to nourish it with cooling waters. And so this is a wonderful way to nourish that summer heat with cooling waters. Number one, I use it three ways. Number one, I use it for bug bites, mosquitoes specifically, because mosquitoes, I live in a hot, muggy, buggy place with oodles of mosquitoes. I have a 5.5-year-old, and he gets many mosquito bites. I mean, kids are like juicy and plump for those mosquitoes, and they just like to attach and suck their blood. So what happens, you get that itchy histamine response from the mosquito bite. And lavender hydrosol is wonderful for that because A, it's safe for kids, and B, it cools the histamine response, and C, it's cold, it's cool. It's actually a cold water that you've taken out of the refrigerator and you spray it on there. And it allows the redness to go down, and as the heat leaves and the itchiness goes away. So that's wonderful, especially if you are delicious to mosquitoes. Number two way to use the hydrosol is when you come in from outside and you're hot and irritable, because remember, hot and irritable go together because, that's a thing, that's a saying, right? We're hot, we're irritable, we've come outside, we just feel kind of sticky and gross. Grab your lavender hydrosol out of the fridge and spray it on the back of your neck. You can spray it on your face. It just starts to cool that process down. Sometimes, I don't know if you feel like this, but I feel this way when I come in and inside from outside where it's really hot, and I just feel like tired, kind of just blown out and exhausted. Well, what you need is to bring that nourishing water back in. And this is just like a little reminder, hint, and way to shift that out of that really hot, just icky feeling. So it's just a wonderful way to come back from that. The third way to use the lavender hydrosol is at night in your bed. You can spray it on the linens. You can use it like as a linen spray. And everybody associates with lavender with improved sleep and helping you settle at night, because it has this ability to reconnect you, to help things flow again. And what heat is a lot of times is we just get so up and out, or we get stuck. And when you get stuck, you generate heat that way. So there's ways, ways that just things just don't move, or they're just too big. And the lavender in the bed just helps that transition from your daytime self into your evening self as you get into bed, just to help cool down your day. We're moving into the more lunar time, so there's a little bit more of a contraction, but you're just moving out. You're like, think about it like a little river flowing out everything from your day that you just don't need. Lavender is wonderful for that. That's lavender hydrosol. 1, 2, 3. Bug bites, just to cool you off if you've been outside, you're just hot. And number 3, you can use it for a linen spray at the end of the day. So this one's from Enfleurage. I love them. They're in New York City, but you can get, most distillers have the hydrosols. You just have to Google it. Number 2. Let's move on, shall we? So number 2 is lavender essential oil and aroma point therapy style. So this is my bottle of lavender oil. It is 25% lavender and 75% jojoba oil. Now, if you've been following me or you are aware of rubber point therapy, it is a single point application. So you're just using one drop of the oil on a single acupoint. That's it. We're not rubbing like a higher concentration or dilution of the oil all over our body. It's very, very spot specific. What we're going to do is we're going to use the lavender oil to help with our pericardium. What's the pericardium? Well, if you're a medical professional, you know the pericardium is the sac that surrounds your heart. And that's true, it is. And what would it look like if it were the energetic sac also around your heart? And I'm talking not just like in your heart, but I'm talking throughout your body, metaphorically, energetically. It is also the protector of the heart. It's considered the heart protector. So we're going to work with the pericardium with lavender essential oil. I'm just going to sit back and get myself ready to do this. And I'm actually going to cross my legs because it's nice to have like a grounded stance when you do this work. It is a mindfulness practice. And I'm going to drop a drop of the lavender oil on my middle finger. And I'm going to find the notch at the base of my throat and go down about 3 to 3.5 inches until I find an indentation or kind of a tender spot. Don't worry about getting it wrong. You'll be fine, but you're still on the bone, the bone of the sternum. So lightly dropping your finger into this space, closing your eyes and going inward. So bringing your attention inward. And as we place our finger with our oil on our body, it's like planting a seed of intention. Letting that seed, that oil, drop into that acupoint, into your body. Just visualizing that. And since we're going into the pericardium, our intention is to move into that pericardium space, that heart protector, that pericardium that takes the knocks energetically for our heart. We're going to allow that oil, the lavender, that soothing wave-like cooling action to move down and around the heart and that protective area. Taking a couple full deep breaths. Simply noticing. Does this area feel like it's tuned up a little too tight? Invite lavender in to let it relax. Does this area feel like it's too loose and has let too many things into your space? Let lavender wash away anything that's not yours. Setting the intention to recalibrate this pericardium so that it can take and do its job of protecting your heart, so that the heart can be joyful, innocent, and playful. Now we're going to move into a 3-heart breath. This is from Perennial Medicine and Thea Elijah. It's the inspiration for this. So we're going to breathe in from the top of your head, from the head, the mind, to the heart, to the low belly, filling out the low belly, the pelvis with the breath. Exhaling through the heart. Again, inhaling from the mind, through the heart, to the low belly, expanding the pelvic bones out. And then exhaling through the heart. And again, inhale, drawing the breath down from the head, through the heart, landing in the pelvis. And this time as you exhale, take the breath both through the front and the back of the heart, creating a little more space for you, your breath, and your heart center. Doing this 2 more times without my guidance, on your own. Bringing their hands together. Taking a nice deep inhalation of the oil. Welcome back. How does that feel? I love to give you tools and tricks for this wild and hairy life we live. Place to come home. I know some people say, I can't meditate. Using the oils and a simple intention practice can help bring you back in a mindful way to set the intention to retrain your energy. And this is a perfect one to water and nourish ourselves for summer, and to bring some cooling back into our system so that we're not overheating like a radiator almost, and just play with this. Almost everyone has lavender essential oil, so dilute it down to a 25%, even if it's as simple as putting 1 drop of the oil in a little bowl with 4 drops of, like, even olive oil works, and you have a little bit that you can dilute down and use for this single point application and that 3 heart breath. And I'll put links in this video for the enfleurage, hydrosol, and another one of mine, original Swiss aromatics. Those are 2 of my favorite hydrosols right now. And also for perennial medicine, for some embodied exercises. But if you would like to also play with me, I'm available to do virtual sessions to give you a custom aroma point therapy treatment, and also to help you come into more awareness and move with the seasons, to move with the moon as muse, to find your space and sacred play of coming back to your life in a more creative way. So I'd love to work with you. Again, I'm Jenny King, and thanks for your time. So much love from my heart to yours. Mwah! Happy summer.